Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Chris with a C, back at you with another video. But if you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on, or welcome. I try to put out 1 to 2 videos a week. I do sit downs, reviews, reactions, vlogs. So any of that interests you, make sure you check out the prior videos on my channel. And if you see anything you like before you leave, make sure you subscribe. So today, you guys, I'm actually going to be doing a 3-year wear and tear review of none other than my, I have it next to me, but it is my Chanel Paris-Salzburg mom backpack in the size large, color burgundy, ruthenium hardware, calfskin leather. So all of that is a mouthful. But this backpack, you guys have seen it multiple times on my channel. I purchased this one from Fashion File Pre-Loved. It is from the 2015 Paris-Salzburg collection, which I guess was a special collection then. And yeah, I purchased this in 2019, right before going to Italy with my best friends. So I was really wanting like a backpack that was going to be bigger than my Palm Springs mini backpack that I owned at the time, and something that was also going to be a little bit more understated since I had never been to Italy. So yeah, I did decide to purchase this backpack after seeing it on Fashion File. And then another YouTuber who's very popular here on YouTube, Shay Whitney, also had purchased this backpack around that time as well in the smaller version. So yeah, I did get this one through Fashion File. I went through the reserve process. So I put like a little down payment on, and then I paid like a few different installments, and then, you know, paid it off, and then they sent it to me. So kind of like the whole layaway process. If you guys, you know anything and remember that process. So, yeah, let me talk about what I really like about this backpack still. As far as like how often I use it, and then we'll just kind of look at it as far as wear and tear, you guys. And I do want to get into as far as like what's in my bag, because I am using this bag. And so what I did like about this bag, well, let's get into that. What I liked about this bag and why I ultimately decided to purchase it was a few different reasons. Again, I had been looking at specifically a Chanel backpack at the time, something that was going to be a little bit more substantial, that and also a little bit more understated, something I could take to Italy with me and that would carry a good bit of items. Just because, again, I didn't know what the weather was going to be. I didn't know what I was going to carry with me at the time. So I did see this backpack, and the things that I really liked about this backpack were the fact that I really like the color. I like the burgundy color, number one. I did like that it did kind of have, it was calfskin leather. It did have kind of like a worn in kind of vintage look to it, even though it is a 2015 bag. I really like the front zipper compartment. If you guys, are familiar with the Louis Vuitton Palm Springs Mini, I no longer own the bag, but if you're familiar with that bag, it did have like a front little zipper pocket that was virtually like unusable because it was so small. Unlike this particular pocket, which is quite substantial, I actually have my YSL card holder in here. And I think I also have my key fob for my vehicle in here as well. But I think my cell phone will actually fit in here also. So it is quite a substantial pocket. So that was one thing I really liked about this backpack. I did like the hardware. I like, the big CC right here. And, I did like the kind of, again, the edgy look of the hardware. And another big thing that I liked about this backpack was the back pocket, which most, Chanel backpacks that I've seen do not have the back pocket. Some of them will have the kind of like the Mona Lisa back pocket, where you can, you can fit items in, but it's not necessarily a usable back pocket. Whereas whenever I do carry this bag, I use this back pocket quite a bit. It fits my cell phone in here if I, have it straight up. And, I think I can also fit my iPad mini in here if I don't have it in the case. Maybe not. I don't know. I did a video on that. I have to look back at it, but it is quite a substantial back pocket, though, I will say, you guys. And it is pretty deep. So that was another thing I really liked about this backpack. So let me get a little closer so you guys can kind of see. So this is the backpack in all its glory. It does not have feet, but it does have these little metal portions here that have the bottom strap, but it kind of serves as feet almost. So yeah, when I went to Italy, I use this backpack like every day. It fit everything. And I didn't have any issue, even though we were in different, you know, the temperature varied. So sometimes it would rain. So this bag did get rained on. Like I said, it is calfskin leather. There are no like real stains or anything on this bag. There is like kind of some wear, like, you know, kind of some discoloration from wear, but it kind of, for me, adds more to the worn in vintage look of the backpack. If you guys can kind of see. So, yeah. So that's the backpack in a nutshell as far as the exterior. Now I do have items in here, so we are gonna kind of semi-do a what's in my bag so we can look at the interior. But I did want to talk about as well how often I wear this bag. So you guys, I actually considered selling this bag, I would say earlier this year, because I was really not using this backpack at all. But I don't know, like, I'm very much a person, when I look at my collection, I look at what each item, the purpose of each item. So for me, when I first moved here to Houston, I used this backpack all the time, just because I would go different places, setting up services, all of the different things. Even going out touring and visiting new places, and I wasn't certain for how long I was going to be gone and away from my apartment, so I would carry this bigger backpack with me so I could have a lot of different items, you know, again, with me, and I could just easily carry it on my back. If it felt kind of heavy, it wouldn't be a shoulder bag or something I had to use top handle. It can be evenly distributed, you know, through both my shoulders on my back. So yeah, I used it quite a bit when I moved here, but then as I started getting other bags in my collection, you guys will know, like, such as my bum bag, my Louis Vuitton bum bag, which now I have two of them. I have the canvas one as well as the prompt one that are in my collection. So when I like got those bags, those kind of became my going out like bags as far as touring and different things like that, because they were, I didn't need to necessarily carry as much stuff with me. And then I wanted my items to be kind of close to my body. So those kind of fit the purpose, that particular purpose. And also my Chanel denim bag that I purchased last year from Fashion File. That was kind of my more casual bag that I would use all the time. So guys, this one sat in the closet for quite a while, and that's why I considered selling it. But then I was like, oh man, like, it wasn't even the memories of Italy, which that was the last international trip I've taken, which was back in 2019, which was very, you know, a lot of good memories attached to it when I used this bag and, you know, purchased it at the time. It wasn't even about that though. It was more so like, well, I do still like having a backpack in my collection because I no longer have my Palm Springs Mini. So, and this is to me an actual functional backpack. So that was the main thing that kind of deterred me from selling it. And funny enough, like, I went to a dentist appointment last month and I just said, oh, I'm gonna put my items into this bag so I can go to the dentist. And well, it was earlier this month, like the beginning of August, I had that dentist appointment, like probably August 2nd, August 3rd, something like that. I had that dentist appointment. And so I put all my items in the bag. I carried it out, and then I had a few other things I was going to do that day. And pretty much since that point in time, I've not switched into another bag, which is crazy. Like, I'm almost never like that anymore. I usually always do rotate between my bags very well, but I just been, I don't know, really lazy or whatever, but I've not switched like really completely into another bag since that dentist appointment earlier this month, like the 2nd or 3rd of the month. And we're going into, like, today is the 27th of the month. So yeah, I've been in this bag for almost an entire month. But before that, I could not even tell you the last time I wore this bag out. So it's really weird. I'm like that, I guess, sometimes where, you know, I will randomly get into a bag and just kind of settle there and not want to move into another bag. So that's what I've kind of done with this bag. So yeah, before we get into like the interior, I do want to kind of remove all the items out of here so you guys can kind of see the bag empty. But this is everything that I have in here. I did carry it out today. I went out to church for a women's fellowship, and then also I went to the grocery store to pick up some items. And then I also went to this Chinese place. I wanted to try a new item that I saw on YouTube, and I really actually liked it. So I'll probably go back to that place. So yeah, like I thought it was kind of hype. I was like, oh, I'm probably not gonna like this, and I really ended up liking it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to come back here. It's like 3 minutes from my apartment. So anyway, these are all the items that I have in my backpack, which the main thing I really love about this backpack is it does fit the most items out of all of my handbags. Like it fits more than my jumbo, definitely. It definitely fits more than my Louis Vuitton Alma PM, my Neo Alma PM. So yeah, this one you can just continue to stuff without distorting the bag, so to speak. So first thing I have in here is my Gucci key pouch here, which just has, I think, some Aleve in here. So that's the first thing in here. Then I also have a mask, have another mask. I have my Amazon Kindle, which I'm still reading a book now, which is really picked up for me. So I try to read like at least 2 chapters a day so I can get through this book, because it's starting to pick up in the action for me. So I'm really like committed now. I have my Apple iPad mini right here. So I'll also carry that with me tomorrow to church for my Bible as well as my notes. Then I also have some wet ones here. I have this right here that I just bought earlier this week, which is from the brand Lush. This is a body butter. This is Lime Bounty. So I've never actually tried this fragrance. I don't know if it's a newer one because I don't ever remember seeing it. But this is what it looks like. So I really like it. It's not heavily lime. The biggest thing I don't like about this, I really love Lush body butters because they're very moisturizing, especially for my hands, which will get drier than the rest of my body. But what I don't like about this, like the lady told me that like, oh yeah, it's got some coconut pieces in there and you can just scoop them out. But I was thinking that they were like little kind of like, I don't know, I was thinking like shredded cheese consistency, like little flakes of coconut oil, but these are like really thick chunks of coconut oil. And it's like if you scoop them out, you're scooping out the product. And they're not like, okay, they hit my hand and then they start to melt down. Like you literally have to like grind the coconut oil kind of like into your hand to heat it up so it can kind of melt down, which is super annoying to me. But I did nonetheless purchase this without really understanding what the lady was telling me. But I don't know, I would repurchase this, but I'm like, I have to probably tell them like, y'all gonna need to take out these little coconut chunks up front, because I'm not scooping them out and losing a good bit of the product. It's already expensive as it is. So that's my little rant for the day, but I do like the product overall. Receipt. I'm sorry you guys can't see in here while I'm doing this. This is a sunscreen from Supergoop. So this is a face sunscreen, so I used this earlier today. This is a spray power mist hand sanitizer that I got from Sephora. This is in the fragrance Wild Watermelon scented. I like it because the profile is very skinny. So I really like these, even though they're like $9 from Sephora, which is super expensive. And it's like 1 ounce. I have a Dior lip oil in raspberry that I'm trying to use because this is not my favorite color. I just did a video, you know, updating about the lip oils, another video, but I'm trying to get through this one so I can be done with it. So I can get into all of my berries Dior lip oils, which are actually my favorite colors. I just still have this one left over, so that's in here. I try to carry it with me so I can get through it. I have my Chanel double facets mirror. I also have my Supergoop everyday lotion sunscreen that I'll use for my body. Then I have my Apple pencil here that has a cover on it. Then I have also a Zone Perfect protein bar and strawberry yogurt, my favorite flavor of protein bar. Then I have my Louis Vuitton Toiletry 19. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I have to put the bag down. It kind of deflated after I took the Toiletry 19 out because this is what has the most items in here. I'm not going to get into everything that's in here. Someone actually did request that I do a what's in my toiletry bag video. So, yeah, I'll probably film that next. So it's just a bunch of junk in here, but because you asked and no one ever gives me requests, I love requests. So like, yeah, give me requests, you guys, but I'm definitely gonna do that video next since someone did request like to know what is in my toiletry bag. So I'm not gonna get into that in this video. We'll probably film that next. Then the next item I have down in here is a Rakuten hand lotion in the almond fragrance. So I'm gonna put that in my Toiletry 19 because that's what it probably was supposed to be and it fell out. Have another receipt. Then there's also a slip pocket here. In here, I've got my Hermes Basia, what is it? What do you call it? I want to say card holder. It's not a card holder, but yeah, it's Hermes Basia. I didn't reveal this on the channel, but I did purchase this earlier this year. I've been meaning to purchase one of these, the Hermes Basias, because I really just like, I don't know, you know, what people recommend a lot of times is when you're getting into a new luxury brand is you should try out the small leather goods. And you know, I've seen this compared a lot to the Louis Vuitton round coin purse, which I do own. I do like this one for some of my other bags because the round coin purse tends to take up more room than this does. So in here, I just have actually cash and coins. So, and it fits really nicely in here. The color on this one, what is the color? It's rose, I think it's rose poupre. So it's like a fuchsia pink almost, which I really like this color. Yeah, I really like this color in anemone. Now, I originally was going to get this in anemone because it was available through the Hermes website. I don't know, I was wishy-washy on the anemone. And so I really did like this color though, the rose poupre. So I ended up going with this one. Yeah, I didn't reveal it because to me, it's not really a big deal, but I do like it. So just for what it doesn't do much, but you can put all kind of little stuff in here. It is like a small leather good, but yeah, so I did purchase that earlier in the year, you guys, and I never showed it to you. So that's how you find out about my small leather goods. I just pull them out of a bag randomly. Then I also have a pair of tweezers. So the bag is empty now. So this again is the slip pocket that's on the interior. This is the tag right here. This bag was made in Italy, so it returned back to Italy in 2019. I just thought that was super cool. When I purchased it, I'm like, you're gonna go home where you were made. So yeah, it's like a very soft, supple bag. Actually, I think I have a few more items in here. Yeah, because I have my card holder. My YSL card holder is actually, yeah, in this front compartment here. And then, yeah, I also have my key fob for my vehicle. So now it's completely empty. I had totally forgotten that I had put those in the front pocket. Even though I think I mentioned it in the beginning of the video, I forgot to empty that out. So yeah, now it's completely empty. So you guys can kind of see the interior. So yeah, like I don't use an organizer for the interior of this bag, but it still is pretty clean overall. And I attribute that to the fact that, again, I usually have all of my stuff in like a toiletry bag. So you guys saw I pulled my Toiletry 19 out of the bag. So yeah, this is the interior. Let me get a little closer. So it is, you know, some dust and all kind of little stuff, but overall it's still very nice on the interior. I'm gonna start putting my stuff back in here as I'm talking. So I'm probably gonna use this bag tomorrow too for church. So I've got an event after church as well. But yeah, you guys, as far as my sentiments about this bag now, wear and tear, like I said, I don't use it that often anymore just because of the other handbags that I've gotten, but it's been really cool to use this bag and give it new life over the past month. Not because of being sentimental, anything like that, but just because it's just been really practical for me in the past month. Also, I've just discovered some new places close to me over the past month. Like I discovered, which is super funny, but like a little over a mile from me is like a grocery store that I never went to, as well as a Panera Bread, which I used to love Panera Bread when I was back in South Carolina. But I thought the closest Panera Bread was actually like 3 or 4 miles from me, but then I discover it's like literally a mile down the road. So what I will sometimes do is I will pack up, which is, again, it's like a mile down the road. I'll pack up, put on my backpack, and I will like walk down the road to get an extra workout in, and go to Panera Bread and come and walk back. And I'll just kind of have this backpack on my back. And sometimes I'll just kind of empty the backpack out, and so I can carry whatever items I get from Panera Bread like inside of the backpack if they fit. And also too, if I happen to go to the grocery store that's right there and I pick up some items, I can also fit them in my backpack and just carry them on my back and come back, you know, or yeah, come walk to my apartment. So that's kind of another way in which I've been using this backpack as well. And you guys, other than that though, just let me know if you have any questions about this particular item. Again, I've had it for 3 years now, but it is from 2015, making it 7 years old. I think it's worn pretty well. I haven't had any issues with it. This did come in different colors. Like I've seen a black one, I've seen a green one. I don't know what other colors I've seen. Black and green I know I've seen, but I don't know how many colors they made this particular bag in. But if you can find it, I would recommend it. Backpacks, I feel like, yeah, like the Chanel backpacks, I feel like went up exponentially in price after I bought this one. So I don't know, if you can find a good deal, I would definitely recommend it. I love this backpack. It definitely works for what I use it for. It is more understated than some of the other items through Chanel. So that's why I like it as well. So again, anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you do share it with anyone else who likes these type of review videos. I have a few more coming for you guys for some other items that have hit another year mark. So be on the lookout for those. Comment below, let me know what you guys think about this backpack. Do you own any luxury backpacks? If you do, let me know below. Also, before you leave, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. You do that by hitting the red button below and hitting the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. Again, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.